The Citroen e-C4X is more practical than the likable e-C4 hatchback, but not everyone will be convinced by the body style. Citroen's newest EV takes the likable e-C4 and adds more practicality without increasing the price. It remains to be seen if UK buyers will take to a car with the wrong kind of boot opening and somewhat awkward looks, but those not put off will find the e-C4X an easy and relatively inexpensive way to make the change to electric. A design that combines the elegant silhouette of a fastback with the modern look of an SUV, is how Citroen describes the new e-C4X, which sounds an awful lot like the e-C4 hatchback has been given a compromised, style over substance makeover. But that's not the case. Boot space is up, and quite significantly, from 380 litres to 510. That's because while turning the e-C4 into a fastback, the French manufacturer has stretched the car by 240 mm. It's all as per a normal C4 up to the B-pillar but diverts from that point rewards. The roofline was already sloped quite heavily, so Citroen hasn't needed to change it to go with the new look. The chassis is shared with the e-C4, and since the weight difference is only slight, it offers the same drive. The experience is a more comfort-oriented one, as we've seen in cars across Citroen's range. The company's famed hydraulic bump stops mean the e-C4X does a much better job at soaking up imperfections than many rival EVs, and although the car's soft damping means there is a fair amount of body roll when cornering, it's nothing excessive, and a fair trade-off for the smooth ride. It's refined, too, making for a relaxing drive when combined with the electric powertrain and smooth suspension. The steering meanwhile doesn't provide any meaningful feedback, but the weighting of the power assistance is about right. The powertrain is no different to the regular e-C4s either, which means there's a 50 kWh battery pack feeding a front axle-mounted motor producing 134 bhp and 260 Nm. Straight-line performance is modest, then, with the car matching the e-C4's 9.3 second 0 to 62 mph time. It'll be more than quick enough for most, though, and the slight delay between the throttle pedal being pressed and the car accelerating is probably for the best. Even 260 Nm might come as a shock to some buyers if delivered instantly. There is a sport mode, which makes precious little difference to how the power is delivered. More noticeable is how much softer the throttle response is when switching to the Eco mode. The e-C4X's body is slipperier than the hatchbacks, meaning the official range is up by 5 miles to 222. When it comes to plugging in, 100 kilowatts DC rapid charging capability makes for a 20 to 80% top-up in around 30 minutes. Don't fancy plugging in at all? Tough, this car is electric only for the UK and 13 other markets, although it will be available as a combustion-powered C4X in some countries. Citroen's infotainment systems have never been hugely impressive. Particularly notable is the inability to move the sat-nav map around or pinch zoom with your fingers. You're better off connecting a phone and using Google Maps or Waze, which can be done on all models thanks to standard-fit Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on all grades. It's joined by a small and simple digital instrument cluster, and on Shine and Shine Plus cars, a head-up display. Rather than projecting onto a windscreen, the system uses a small, transparent piece of plastic that sticks out of the dashboard behind the instrument cluster. Not as neat, but it works just fine. The dash design itself is nothing hugely interesting, particularly compared to that of the quirky, and sadly discontinued, C4 Cactus, but it's logically laid out and well built, if featuring a few too many chunks of hard plastic. The highlight of the cabin is the pair of front seats, which feature special 15mm high-density foam pads for additional comfort. That's what this car's about on the whole, relaxation. It's not awfully exciting, nor will the exterior aesthetics win many over, with the new boot looking a touch awkward from some angles. The e-C4X is more about slotting into family life with minimal fuss, and without breaking the bank. A starting price of £31,995 makes the car seem like far better value than the more expensive and flawed Volkswagen ID.3. That's also an identical price to the standard e-C4 hatchback, so unless the boot opening and/or the styling aren't to your tastes, you might as well go for the X for a fiver under £32,000. You're getting the aforementioned smartphone connectivity tech, 18-inch wheels, keyless go, the 10-inch touchscreen and a whole host of safety gear. That'll be enough kit for most, but it's not a huge leap to the £34,495 shine, which includes the newer infotainment software, the HUD, a reversing camera, automatic headlights and a heated steering wheel. There is clear SUV inspiration in its styling, while there's also a coupe-like roofline at the rear. Unlike the petrol and diesel C4, there is no entry-level Sense trim level in the e-C4, you get the choice of Sense Plus, Shine, and Shine Plus. This helps offset the increase in price for the electric version over the regular C4. All models come with LED headlights, 18-inch alloy wheels, the 10.0-inch infotainment system with smartphone connectivity, autonomous emergency braking, lane keep assist and dual zone climate control. Sense Plus is probably the best combination of kit and value, too. Dear friends, if you liked the video, please subscribe and like. Thank you.